Fuzzy Bear, and today I'm going to be stretching my ear to a 10mm from an 8mm. If you want to know that in gouge, it is a 0 gouge to a 00 gouge. Yeah. Okay, so the method I'm using is when you get a silicone tunnel, just a really squeezy one, and you just get it in the size you're stretching to, and then you just put it in your ear and it just stretches and expands outwards. The reason why I do this is because when I did do it with a taper on this ear, it completely burst sort of thing and there was blood everywhere, and I did wait a couple of months before stretching and it just burst. So yeah, I don't do the taper method when it gets to bigger sizes anymore, so you know. And I have gone to an 8mm now and it is perfect in every way. There's no bad thing about it just because it's been done by a silicone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just clip back my hair with a normal kind of clip, just because this just keeps all the hair away, so when you are putting the tunnel in your ear, the hair isn't going in your ear at the same time, and then when you do take it out, you have to take out the hair and ugh. Okay, so I just have really hot water and some salt in it, and obviously most of it is dissolved, but I like it having salt at the bottom because then I know it's a really strong mixture, and I just really like my ears to be clean. So what I do is I get a kitchen towel as well. I like a thick kitchen towel because obviously water makes a mess, and I always put some down for prep. So when I take out my tunnel, it can go straight onto the paper after going in the water, but I don't do the cleaning of this one until I've done the cleaning of this one, so I'm going to pop this one in now. Whilst we're preparing that one, I've got some kitchen paper here, and what I'm going to do is scrumple it up into like a bud sort of thing, and then take out this tunnel, and it won't go back to small, and obviously it has got stuff around it, but that's just normal, it's just skin cells. And basically I'm going to clean it around it, because obviously if it's been stretched for long enough it won't just go back to its normal size just by taking it out for a little bit. And so I'm just rubbing both ends, just making sure there's no more skin cells around it and that it's just a clean surface. I try to get in as much as possible, even in the inside of the ear. And by doing that I roll up really tiny, like some kitchen paper, and then try to push it through the hole. Obviously because kitchen paper is quite thick, it's still hard to get through a smaller size like this, but it still goes through, just about. Just push it around for a bit and then you can see it is all clean now. Okay, so what we do now is take out the tunnel from the water, and obviously it's a bit wet, so we wash that off straight away, because if you let the tunnel dry, the salt on it will make a white horrible look on your tunnel, so you just take that away. And now you get some oil, any oil you want to do. Coconut oil I use because it's just great in everything, so I thought might as well just use it instead of Vaseline or the oil you use for stretch marks. Albus oil, I forgot what it's called. I think there's, oh no, it's not albus oil because that's the minty stuff. I'm just recommending some of the coconut oil because it's so good and everything else, it's got to be good on this. So whilst I'm doing this, I'm just going to put my normal tunnel into the salt water so it can just soak. And I'm just giving it a good, nice massage so the earlobe is really softened up. Okay, now I've done that, I've got some more coconut oil on my fingers, and I've just basically running it around the rim at the outside of it and a bit on the lip, because that's going to be squeezed in. And now this part is really tricky, so you have to do whoop, because it's very slippery. You gotta basically do even those parts as well as that part, because you've got to proper slide it in. And this part, it's really tricky because it's very slidey and slippery, but basically you gotta squeeze it like that and then put it in one corner and push through. If you do that, then it should work, as long as you're doing the right size up. This is from an 8mm to a 10mm. I don't recommend doing any bigger than 8mm to a 10mm. I'd actually say do a smaller size, but I can't find any that are in the middle. I even tried to go from a 5 to a 7 to then an 8, but they don't have any in the 7, so I've had to do it this way. By by the way, I'm not actually closing my eyes because of pain, it's closing my eyes to concentrate. Because my hand's so slippery it won't go in. Okay, so I got it in, finally. It hurts now, obviously, because it's stretching my ear, but it won't hurt nearly as much as if I actually did the taper version. But it doesn't actually hurt that much, to be fair, because it does it in a slow pace. But in a while it will hurt, and my sister will keep telling me to not take it out because it hurts and I want to take it out, but it's just like, don't take it out, and then I'm just like, woo, I didn't take it out, and now I've got a really cool stretch. Now for tips and advice. Okay, so some tips that I think you should actually know if you're going to be stretching, or if you have already stretched your ears and you're suffering with this, is when you get smelly lobes and smelly ears, that every day you go in, boil some water, put a little bit of salt in, you don't have to put that much in, and when you're washing your face and having a shower, just take them out, put them in the water, and then just wash your ears as well. Try not washing with any soaps, because this dries them out and stuff. Just wash them with the salt water, like just make some separate salt water if you have to, or just put your fingers in it and just run down your ears just a little bit every day. And then there's some stuff that you can get that is under my bed, so I can't get it at the moment. It's called Smelly Jelly. It's like gear gauge you can get, or funk off instead of fuck off. But basically it's really cheap and it's just like a really like not sticky, but like jelly kind of like a lube, but like a thick version of lube, like a Vaseline but thicker as well. Like, it's really weird to like tell you, but it's like a thick version of it. And basically you just get a tiny little bit, like literally you just put a little bit on your finger and you just rub it all over your tunnel, and then if you really want to, in the inside of your ear. And if you do that like once a week, then you get no smells. Another advice is to like actually check that your tunnels and your plugs and stuff are the right size, because I know several stories, including my own, where there's been tunnel buying and then it's been the wrong size and it's hurt your ear, or you pushed it in, you keep pushing it in because you know it's the next size up, but it isn't actually the next size up, and you end up really damaging yourself. So yeah, really check that it is the right size that you're buying. And one of my last advices that I can actually think off the top of my head right now is that if you're planning on piercing your ears with a gun for stretching your ears, don't do it. Because when you do that, it damages the tissue when you're using the gun, because it's too forceful and it's the wrong size, and it just damages your ear in general. So using a needle is way better, and it's more professional if someone actually uses a needle, so you actually know they're doing it right. And you can, if they're doing it with a needle, they probably know where to put it if you tell them that you're going to be stretching your ear, so it's round all the way round so you don't get any flat spots. Because I don't know if that is going to get any flat spots, because if I actually wanted to decide it for myself, I would have had it a bit more higher up, like there's a tad more because of here. But I got this done when I was 1, so I can't really like have it redone, because unless like this one, when this one healed up, it healed up all the way, and I've had that since I was 1, so it's lasted a long time. So I've got to get that reappear soon, and then start from the bottom again, sort of thing. But yeah, but because I wanted to have a second stretch coming up here, I'm actually okay with it, because I want to do a second one, but I'm not going to do that until I get to a 20mm on the bottom. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go click the thumbs up button below if you did. Comment anything you want. I will always like it and see it, unless it's hate, then I won't like it, obviously. but hate on me if you want. Haters gonna hate. And subscribe to my channel, and positive.